right. All right. Let's see. We're live. Well, I mean, I still have to do the social media dance of madness, but what's this? Okay. Let's see here. Let's share the link everywhere. Let's do some open source. Oop. Hey, say hi in chat, by the way, if you're joining. That's always nice to see who's here. And then we'll start in just a second. Time for another stream. What a day. Hello, Tassin, the lazy coder, watching from Bangladesh. Very nice. Glad you're here. And Ahmed from Germany as well. Hey, that's nice. Yeah, folks, I hope you're having a good morning. I don't have a good morning, to be honest, and I need to be in my happy place. I think I mentioned this before, but like our heating broke down 2 weeks ago. We have a heat pump. Is that the right word in English? I don't know. Lots of electrical components, and something broke, and now the guy who can fix it came and couldn't fix it. And now we need to wait for a technician. And that will take another week. And meanwhile, it's like around 0 degrees Celsius during the night in Belgium. Actually, the last couple of days were a bit better, but it's getting colder again. Yeah, 2 degrees, 1 degree, 1, 2, you know. And like around 10 during the day. So that means like in the house, it's 12 degrees. Without heating. We have these small heaters now, but it's not ideal. Yeah. So yeah, I just heard that news. It kind of sucks. So I was really hoping that it would have been fixed today, because he actually came in last week Friday, and he told us, oh, I need some more components, because like there is some electrical kind of, I don't know, I know nothing about it, but I understand nothing about it. And then he got the components, came back today, and then there's another issue that popped up. It's not his fault, but yeah, we need to deal with it. So I need to be in my happy place for an hour or so, and I hope Tempest will provide me that comfort that I need. Good morning, Adrian and Blackmort as well, and Undefnull in Twitch also. Glad you're here. Yeah, you know, we did this stream about PHP 8.4 last week. It was really nice, and I was using StreamYard, and like the quality on StreamYard is worse than using OBS, but the benefit is that I can show like the comments on screen from different sources, and I haven't figured out how to do that with OBS. So yeah. Yogesh, my gaming PC is kind of a small heater, just giving ideas. I don't game anymore, so I have this Mac Mini, M1, I guess. Yeah, so the old generation, it doesn't heat. So yeah, that's it's not helping me. But you know, it's we deal with it. We just put on some extra clothes. And it's manageable, you know. We still have a roof, and we can sleep in a bed. So, I mean, put it in perspective, right? I don't want to come across as too down about it. But, you know, it is a little bit of a downer. Just some bad news in the morning. Okay, let's go to the happy place. There are a lot of cool things with Tempest. Let me share my screen again here. My cough is also back. If you, like, long-term watchers know that this was a problem winter last year as well. You can use Android as a software level heater. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, Tempest. We released Alpha 4 last week. It was really nice. Like, amazed by the things we got done once again in a little less than a month. Like, asynchronous commands is one thing. Partial discovery cache, like, it's a big thing, but it's something that like is more of a supporting feature, but it increases performance quite a lot if you're working in like real life projects. Make commands, really cool. Also still work in progress a little bit because there are a lot of make commands that we still need to add. But Guillaume is taking care of that. It's really nice. So that's pretty cool. The file system component, the component itself, it's in its early stages, but we merged it and now we can use it within the framework, like in first place. The inject attribute to have don't occupy the constructor when using traits, which is the thing Tempest does quite a lot. The config show command for debugging, and probably Jogas here in chat, fireplace wallpaper. Yeah, that's really gonna help. It's really gonna make a difference. So yeah, the config show command, debugging feature, maybe for IDE integrations in the long run, could be useful as well. Middleware refactor, we replaced this callable here with a properly typed class, meaning that you get proper autocompletion here, so you don't have to type in the response. And we did that for all middlewares. Tempest has 4 kinds of middleware: HTTP, console, event bus, and command bus middlewares. So it's just nice small improvements. Lots of improvements to the router as well. Vincent did like a huge effort there. Super big refactor, really nice. I forgot like a highlighting here, but yeah, actually let's fix that. I cannot stand that. That should be fixed. New window. And actually let's take a look here. This one should be closed, and I can close this one as well. I was updating some stuff to PHP 8.4 and sending some pull requests. This where are we at? Alpha 4, and then I don't remember anymore. View improvements, right? View improvements over here. Yeah, it should be HTML, like so. And deploy. Aryan here. Hey, will your framework have something asynchronous under the hood, such as React PHP? So when we're talking, I mentioned asynchronous commands. These are just don't mind that error here. That's a problem that I've already sent a bug fix for. It's just a deprecation notice in an external package. So asynchronous commands are, which I mentioned at the very start here. These are like, compare them to Laravel Horizon, where you queue jobs into the background. So that's asynchronous commands. It's not asynchronous in the way that React PHP or MPHP or what was the third one? Swool work. So yeah, maybe, but it's not the kind of projects that we target right now. Like we need to. I've been talking about this, and actually there is an issue that I want to take a look at after this. Okay, so now it's properly highlighted. That addresses this as well, like the goal of Tempest in this early stage, and like knowing your target audience and limiting the scope to that target audience, because we could try to add any kind of feature we like, but we're all limited when it comes to time, so we need to make proper decisions there. So quick a couple more things here. Database improvements. Oh yeah, JSON and set fields are now supported. And oh yeah, this is I need to show this as well. So lots of new features to the console. Negative arguments, style injections, no prompt mode, custom argument names, enum support, and how I also tackled the exit code problem. But the thing I'm really excited about is the console improvements here. Let me show a GIF, but this isn't in Alpha 4 yet. Actually, I'm not going to show the GIF. I'm just going to show it in action, right? Let's see here. And let's actually pull first. I don't know. Remote. Oh, I don't have good remote. Okay. Let's pull in the branch I want to show over here. So Enzo, one of the core members of Tempest, he did like a super huge refactor when it comes to console components, and I want to show you some of that because I'm super excited for it. There's still some things to be fixed, but let's see. Git remote add Enzo, git fetch Enzo. Hello, Daryl, by the way, as well. Sorry, I didn't. I forgot to say hello for a second. Let's see here, and it's over here. Improve console, like that. Let's run Composer here for a second, and let's try it out. Let's see if it. Yeah. So I don't know if I should show this in. Like the overview styling here is, console styling is pretty difficult as it turns out. This is what it should look like for Enzo, but it's in a dark mode, and he has like smaller line height, which is like something. Yeah, I should maybe terminal. I actually don't know code style. Where do you configure line height of the terminal? No, it's scheme, color scheme somewhere. Color scheme, general, and then here console. Yeah, I have a pretty big line height here. I should probably, let's see. Is that smaller? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Let's do it like this. I think this still needs to improve. But what I wanted to show you, well, that's actually interactive. Oh, what's this here? Oh yeah, that's deprecation that we need to actually, let me filter out deprecation notices. We're running PHP 8.4 now, yeah. And there are still some deprecations in external packages. I already made an issue for this. I want to fix it, but I need to check whether it's allowed or not. Gathering my thoughts. What did I want to do? I wanted to yeah. Why does yes. Okay. Here's an interactive component. Like this is what Enzo is working on. It kind of flickers, which annoys me. We still need to figure that out. But yeah. Oh. Actually, hang on. Interactive, multiple, let's see here. Like these kinds of interactions are pretty cool, right? Oh yeah, you can filter as well. I actually don't know how to. Oh yeah, you need to slash, yeah, escape. Oh, it's really nice. Okay, and how do you? I don't know how this works. How do you exit the filter? Oh, you don't. You probably just don't. Yeah, and if you cancel, then it gets interrupted. Oh yeah, and here we can filter as well. Ask something like this. Hello. Hi. Yeah. So these components are really cool. There is some improvement to be done still, especially when you. Maybe I should change my line height to just simple one actually. Color scheme and console, because it kind of like it kind of messes the styling up. But single without default. What else is here? Search. Hello. Oh, there are no search options here. No, but I really like where Enzo is going with this. So press enter to exit. With search you mean, hang on. Like, yeah, but if you press, ooh. Attempt to read property value. Enzo, this is one for you, I guess. Okay, I need to remember to let him know about this. Yeah, still some work to be done, but I think it's really cool. It looks like K9's console, awesome feature. I don't know, what's K9's console? Kubernetes console. Yeah, I guess this one is a little bit more advanced even. But yeah, work in progress. It's really cool. Some really great additions here. Let me actually check. So this is the search. We checked that multi-select, confirm. But he also was working on like multi-line text input. Actually, I want to try this make controller. Hello. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't get like the confirmed stuff actually. Well, it is really, really nice. I'm looking forward to having this feature in Tempest. And Enzo did like this is a big PR, as you can see. And he did like amazing work on this. Really happy with it. Let's see here. Let's see. I have some notes, believe it or not. I wanted to show the console refactor. I also wanted to show you this. So this was such an interesting question. A discussion on the framework's database model architecture. So yeah, and I wanted to talk about this. Is this readable? I should zoom in maybe a little bit. This person wanted to start a discussion about the database model architecture in Tempest. Specifically, I would like to share some thoughts on the current approach and see what others think. Here's an example that illustrates the pattern I'm referring to. So this is kind of, well, not set title. You would just use title, but this is kind of it. This is how you make models in Tempest, right? Database models, that is, because models don't have to be connected to the database, although in many cases they will. Personally, I've always found it counterintuitive to mix the model itself with database persistent logic. So like this save method here, update, delete, create, you know, very Laravel-like style. When I think about objects in programming, I often draw inspiration from real-world objects and their interactions. For instance, if we imagine a real-world document, a piece of paper, it doesn't inherently know how to save itself, delete itself, or query other documents. It's just a document. I totally agree with this, by the way. I'm going to get back to that thought in a minute. It's just a document, a passive entity. The responsibility for persistence typically belongs to an external system, like a filing cabinet or database service, not the document itself. So that's basically his question. Like, it's the difference between active record and like using the repository pattern, for example. And the thing is, in Tempest, you can do both if you want to, but functionality is still pretty limited. So when we designed this database model here, and even if you go to the docs. Let's see here, models. Yeah, here. A model can be anything. Like this is the first example you run into. It doesn't have to implement anything. It's just an object, a data transfer object, a value object. That's not really correct, but it's an object with data. I would call them structs, but we don't have structs in PHP. Okay, maybe they could have some methods here as well. Sorry for my cough. And the idea is that you can map any data source to these kinds of objects with the mapper. It could be a JSON file, it could be a database query, it could be, I don't know, what else you would want to map to, like some kind of document structure maybe. You can map these to objects so that you can work with those objects. And in case of database models, there is some more logic behind the scenes that knows whenever an object implements database model, and it uses its database model, the mapper will actually do some more stuff with it. Like, for example, you can map a database model, an instance of book, to a query. And when that happens, we'll determine whether this should be an update or an insert query. And the mapper will take care of that as well. So it works in both directions. But if you look at its database model, there's more to it than, just indicating that it's a database model. So if you look here, it has quite a few methods, and you'll recognize these methods if you've used Eloquent before. Like query, all, find, load, create, update or new, update or create, save, update, delete. The standard new as well. And then there's get the ID field is there as well, and the table name. But yeah, like the standard methods you'd expect from an Eloquent model as well. And these are here for convenience, because if you look at how they work under the hood, let's see here. Well, they make a query builder actually. They use a query builder to create a query, and that query is mapped to a class basically. So these are methods that basically it gets a little more complex in some cases. Let's see here, because we need to, like, building a query needs to take some things into account, like relation fields and stuff like that. They should be mapped to joins if you convert a model to a query anyway. But under the hood, it's just using the mapper in most cases. So you could say that these methods here on the trade are just here for convenience, and they are here for convenience, because like every method here is an alias for 4 or 5 lines of code. Actually, in this case, a little bit more. And you could choose to move this code to, for example, I don't know, a model repository that you could implement for specific models, and you would have a generic one that works with all models as well. That's possible as well. But when I was working with Tempest, and this will just be my background as a Laravel developer, but I just instinctively I reach for like the methods being on the model itself. I reckon if people come from a Symfony background, they would be used to an entity manager kind of thing, right? So it might feel less intuitive. All of that to say that like the thing this person here is proposing is already possible. You could make your own repository classes that use the mapper, and the mapper will take care of most of the things for you. And yeah, it's an interesting discussion, because I'm not particularly like fond of the way it's implemented right now, but I'm also like, I just noticed that what I'm used to when writing code is this. And so, but again, I'm influenced by Laravel, but I would like people, when they use Tempest, when they write code, that they don't have to think about, okay, yeah, how did this work again? I want there to be as little friction as possible. So I want there, ideally, I want there to be that, like, the thing you write, that it's correct. Basically, the thing you want to write, the thing you feel like this is instinctively what I would write, I want that to be like the working API. But it depends on people. So yeah, I mean, it's a difficult design question. Adrian here, I never used repositories because in my mind they bring more layers, more code, more complexity, which I don't want. Yeah, that's the other side of the argument. Query Builder has baked in support for SQL injection or something, prevention for SQL injection. Yes. I mean, we're just using PDO, right? So let's see here. Actually, the Query Builder builds a query object, and also this is like kind of a query cannot execute itself technically, but again, so that you could use you could inject the database somewhere and then execute a query. But for convenience, I just added these methods. It's kind of like going against best practices, but in practice, it actually saves time because you don't have to inject the database and perform the query on the database. You're just executing the query and it will know how. So it's yeah, it's a bit of a shortcut, I could say. Actually, let's see here. This is where thingies happen, preventing SQL injections. But that's just prepared statements with PDO, right? So, good morning, Jacob says. Gonna have to try tabs on the bottom. Looks great. Had them on top for years. I don't know where I learned doing this, but I once wrote. This is really long time ago. Oh, why is okay? PHP Storm. I think it was this blog post. Tabs. Yeah. For some reason, placing tabs at the bottom of my screen always feels more natural and less intrusive. And so I learned this from somewhere. I think I read it on a blog post somewhere years ago, and I started doing it. And I can't like tab top tab placement. This is so weird to me. I don't know why. Tab placement bottom. The bottom feels way more natural to me, and you know that is also because like the dock is here as well. Like the things that navigation, well, it's not always at the bottom. I don't know. It's a good question, but I just got used to it and I don't want to change it anymore. Tariq here. Question: what do you think about traits adding constructors and properties to the class they are used? Is it good practice? Well, I don't know if you followed the start of the stream, if you were here, but this is actually a problem we had to deal with because we do use quite a lot of traits. That's a discussion for another day, and you don't want the traits to have a constructor here for injection, right? So like this, let's say this trait needs a console, because if you combine traits and there are like two constructors there, then you need to merge these two constructors in the class itself, and that kind of sucks. So what we decided to do is to have this inject attribute here for traits specifically. And this is a new feature in Alpha 4. And when you have a property, well, you can use it everywhere, but don't overuse it. Use it with caution. Use it only when you don't want the constructor to be occupied. When you tag a property, could be private, public, or protected, doesn't matter. You tag it with inject, and whenever an object that uses this trait is created that has this property, the container will inject it right after construction. So it means you don't have to occupy the constructor, which means that any class that uses this trait now doesn't have to be concerned with, you know, also injecting the console if they, let's see here, if they have a constructor here. This is actually, let's remove this. This is here because of, well, I'm gonna keep it because I don't want to deal with updating it right now. But this used to be the way, right? So you used the has console trait, and then you needed more dependencies. Then you would also have to add console here, so that this trait would keep working. And it kind of sucks. So technically, I can remove this now. This is just some legacy, and I should probably go through all commands and make sure that it's updated, but not right now. Let's see here. Yogesh, design-wise to me, this appears more of an extension class to Tempest than the framework code. I don't know. Are we talking about repository stuff or something else, Yogesh? Follow up with that in chat. And Tariq here, oh, this feature is sick, very cool. Yeah, you're talking about Inject, right? The thing with Inject is, I mentioned this in the docs as well. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I have them open here. Let's see the container injected properties. Keep in mind that injected properties are technically a form of service location because an injected property has tightly, this is typo, tightly coupled, because injected property is tightly coupled to the dependency container. So what this means is that if you have a constructor, right, with all the properties in it, then you know that whenever you construct a class, it will be valid and it will know what to do. This is kind of more implicit, right? You cannot, if you manually construct a class that uses this trait and then call one of the methods provided by the trait, it will break because this will be null. It will be uninitialized. So that like there is room for runtime errors here that wouldn't be possible if you relied solely on a constructor. The thing is, like from a developer's point of view, this trait is used in console commands within Tempest. They are always resolved via the container. And even if you use the console package as a standalone package, like compose require Tempest console, that it will also still use a container. So you're always within a context that this works. And, you know, it's just easy to say, yeah, we don't support like not using the container. That's just something we don't want to support. So if you do that, then it's fine for some cases, but use it with caution, right? Yogesh, you were talking about the query builder and getSetID methods class. It's still, honestly, it's still like a mess. It's one of the ORM, and like by extension, the database layer on top of the ORM is the thing I dislike the most about Tempest at the moment. It's a super complex part of Tempest. Let's see our model to query mapper. Because actually, let's see here. No, this isn't place. Where is that one class? Query to model mapper. It's the other way around. This one is like super complex. Like, oh, I hate this code. I truly do. This is like, and the reason it's so complex is because what I want to do is, if you want to load a model with relations, I want it to be one query with joins instead of one query and then a query per relation. So everything ends up in one select, and it works, but then you have to do a lot of mapping because like it's a relational database and the output is a table, right? And an object model doesn't map one-to-one to a table. And yeah, that's kind of a big problem, actually. But yeah, we figure it out in a very opinionated way, but I hate this part and I don't want to touch it. But it will need to be improved someday. So yeah. Another question by Tariq. In a new project, I'm trying to use as much composition as possible. However, I have like 20 classes that need the same properties. Does inheritance still make sense? I would say inheritance rarely, barely ever makes sense. Like don't use inheritance. No, it's a rabbit hole, Tariq. You're asking me to dive into the rabbit hole. No, it would like diverge too much from what I actually want to do today. But I've written a little bit about it. Inherit, extends, or implement. This is a good place to start if you want to know about it. I'll share it in chat. Hang on. Oh no, I have the. Okay, I'm not signed in with right account. Here's the link. Extend or implement, just search for it and you'll find it. There's a video as well if you want to hear me ramble some more. And my like button is broken, I just noticed. And I don't know if I linked to it in the blog post, actually. No. If you, this is like super bad user experience here, but if you go to the blog post, then click through the video, then go to the description of the video, and then go to a modern take on inheritance, this article is golden. If you like, it is pretty in-depth, well, half of the page are comments. So, but this is like, if you want to read one thing, this actually, I should probably share it. Hang on. Let me see here. I'll share it with you. It's pretty. Sorry for the noise there. There you go. Oh no, I'm logged in with my wrong account. Close. Okay, I hope that arrives. Yeah, there it is. That's the link. And now I should share it on Twitch as well, of course. Twitch.tv. Let's see here. Where am I? Oh. Twitch, dude. Hang on. Mute the tab. I don't know what that was about. That was some kind of random live stream of someone playing, I don't know, some kind of shooter game. My channel, please. My chat. There you go. It's for Undeaf because he's the only one watching on Twitch. But still, I'm glad you're here, Undeaf. Okay, so that is a great article. You should read it. And then I can like not go into the rabbit hole today, because it's a bit too deep of a rabbit hole. So, okay, PHP 8.4. That's what I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to do one thing. Not here, but here. So we're now running PHP 8.4. Did I say 8.1? Am I still on main? I need to change my my line height again. I can't do this. What was it called? Color scheme console font 1.4, please. Yes, and refresh the tab. Okay. Okay. So we'll do it like this. Please set blah blah blah. This is, and then we'll run Composer QA. And then we'll ignore some of the what's it called, deprecation notices. And we'll just check whether everything works. And then I want to go to view renderer, Tempest view renderer. So PHP 8.4 added support for HTML. I need a view compiler. HTML5, right? And it didn't do that before. So we used, what's it called? The Masterminds HTML DOM package thingy. Mastermind. We used this package to basically parse a string as HTML5 DOM. And the good thing about this one is that it still uses PHP's built-in DOM objects. So it's only the parsing that's done by this package, and then you get a normal DOM tree as if it would have been parsed by PHP. Okay. Now what I want to try, HTML5. Oh yeah. In theory, it should be as easy as changing one line. So we have parse DOM here. So when we have the Tempest View engine, right, and it parses the DOM into a tree, and then we like do a lot of operations on the tree, and then we parse the tree back into a string, like the compiled view, Tempest View, right? Okay, and so okay, 2 lines. Oh, now we can do this as well without the brackets, right? Ooh, PHP 8.4 is so nice. We used to have to write this, but so these 2 lines, if we replace them with this, DOM equals, I don't know what will happen, but I wanna check it out. Why doesn't this work? Oh no, it's the method was renamed, right? Create. Hang on. Let's see. No, Was it new HTML document? I think the API was changed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And that means there's a bug in my blog post about it. Let's see. php.net. And then what's new in PHP 8.4? HTML5. DOM document create. Oh no, it is correct. Oh no, DOM document. No, HTML document. HTML document. Maybe it's just a PHP Storm issue. Okay, create from string. Let's just see what happens, right? And then we don't need this anymore. And then in theory, it should work. It probably won't work. Renderer test. View renderer test. Let's see here. Let's run this test. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, so it is the correct method. 3 error unexpected token in initial mode in Anthony. Uh-oh. I don't know what this means. Okay, so it doesn't work. Does anyone have an ID? It would be nice to like see the problem. Following code resulted. Maybe I should add this. But I expected the output. Yeah, okay. Do not know if this is a bug. Yeah, maybe some like full. You can silence this by passing libxml no error to the options as well. Okay. Let's try this. So this one, and then we also probably want no default namespace. Oh, doesn't that exist? No. No default. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. No, but this is good. This is just, yeah, we might need to change some namespaces here. That's to be expected. Node list. Okay. Yeah, argument 1 node list, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's just okay. This is okay. This is okay. So originally the RFC would have kept the thingies. The original names, but then it changed afterwards. Okay, make must be DOM node, DOM element given. Yeah. Element. DOM element, yeah. No, yeah, I also have like, no, not PHP bench. What's this? DOM. Let's see, replacement alias, DOM element. Let's just keep the fully qualified name for now. Okay. So escaping is an issue. Yeah. And this probably happens. Let's see here. If I jump out my elements here. Elements. No, actually. Yeah. Let's see what's escaped here. Lower than, span, greater than, hello. Oh no, this is the expected one. And this is what we got. I actually don't really remember what this one does. Ah, yeah, because we inject span here. Yeah. Yeah, that's not really correct. It will require some more debugging then. Yeah. Let's just run the whole test suite, I guess. Yeah. Okay, some tests passed. Filtering that div blah 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 is equal to. Yeah, it didn't like detect error tags. Yeah, maybe those are parsed now. Ooh. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry for that. Kind of scared me. Maybe those are parsed now in another way. That's possible. I will need to dive into that. I don't want to do that today. The thing is, like, there is a really good reason to change this. Let's see here, parse DOM, because like the built-in way is much more performant. So that would be interesting actually to to do some benchmarks afterwards to see how much it differs, because the masterminds implementation, it's just parsing in PHP. It's parsing the DOM in PHP, as far as I understand. Yeah. Pretty sure that's the case, right? Yeah. And the built-in PHP version, it uses, I don't know, some kind of Rust library, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's I mean, there's quite a difference there. But okay, it will require some more digging into. Unfortunately, I really had hoped that it would just have been like changing 2 lines of code. And yeah, that's not the case, unfortunately. But it's fine. We still have a way to go. We have some time, and yeah. Let's see here. We have our next milestone set for the mid of January. It will maybe be a little bit postponed. Actually, this one should be moved. There's only one thing I want to focus on now, and that's PHP 8.4 support. Yeah, so, and we're working on that. So we have some time to do that. Tibor, I don't know. In chat, what's LD? LD? Oh. LD is a debug function, which is, like, in my opinion, a little better than Symfony's debug function. It has some more features. The thing I like about it is that if you use it within Tempest, Tempest, tail, and just everything, right? So you have this long-running tail command, and whenever you well, of course, it doesn't work now. Why doesn't it work? It should write to the log here as well. Huh? You know, actually, read only, come on. Remove. It should actually output here. I don't know why it's not working now. It's probably, well, it is likely a bug, but I know we did some changes to log config a while ago. Let me actually check here. Log config. Let's see. This debug path. That's where it should End up. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hang on. Die. Just some, yeah, debug path is null. Why is it null? If it's null, see this is weird. Yeah, this shouldn't. I'm sorry, I'm just debugging a little bit. These should be 2 checks here. I know I remember merging this, and maybe I just got it wrong. Let's see. Tempest tail. I hope it works now. No. I don't know, it's not working now. I need a shirt with this sentence. True. True. That's really unfortunate. I don't understand why. It ends up here. So for console commands, it doesn't really matter because it prints to the output. But if you just use log, LL basically only writes to the log, and LW is the same as dump, log and write, and here is log and die. So that's exit. So that's the equivalent of DD. Huh. Let's take a look here, because this really should work. If write to log is, and the thing is we cannot use our own debug. Well, we can use DD here. Let's see. Let's do a let's go to the fail command. Oh no, it's controller. Fail command LD fail. Okay, so yeah, okay, we end up here. Write to log is true. And what happens here? Log, let's see. DD. This log config. That's set, and let's see here, the debug path is also set to the right file. Okay, directory, blah, 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 handle. Let's see here. The handle is okay, so we can open a file. And then we can write to the handle. I mean, that's the output we need. We write it to the file and then we close. Looks a little like overdone logging. I keep it simple. Editor shortcut, write file, put contents, command, done. Yeah, but there are some more, like, I wanted to show some more things here, but it's not, I don't know. It's not working now. Huh? Now it writes. But it writes the from. No, yeah. So now it works. Hey, this is weird. So it also logs like exceptions and stuff to this log, not just explicit dump statements. Why doesn't it? I'm totally confused. Hang on. Dump. Item. Ah, maybe it was. Hang on. Fail. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Dump this log log config. We end up here once. Exactly, cotton, exactly. I don't know why you say exactly, but hang on. This is like, I'm not even in the right file at the moment. And this is because I have very bad naming conventions. Hang on. Ah, okay. I don't know why. It's just me messing up probably. Okay, now it works. Okay, so it writes to the log. And it, like nothing was broken. I was just in the wrong file, right? It writes to the log, but you also have like, you get the paths here in console as well. You get these with Symfony's var dumper. You get them on the web, or you get them in the console, but not in the web, on the web, something like that. I don't know. In Laravel, maybe it's added now, but it didn't show in Laravel. But you also have these. You can add these labels. So foo bar. And that makes debugging a little easier. Foo bar, stuff like that. No, and that's basically it. So I mean, yeah, feel free to just write to a log with a shortcut. That's fine as well. File put contents. If you want to do that, if you think this is over engineered, I like it a little bit more than Symfony's var dumper, just tiny little bit more. Roll these back. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So I was talking about PHP 8.4 support, and that it's the only thing we want to focus on right now, and I hope we'll get it done. But there is a lot of things, like a lot of details to be solved now. So yeah, we'll have to see how it works out. If like, ideally I want to convert like all interfaces to property hooks, and I want to rely on asymmetric visibility wherever possible, but it's a huge refactor. But yeah, we need to do it before 1.0, and I hope we don't run into any issues doing it. So okay, folks, I'm gonna conclude the stream, but I want to thank you for allowing me to be my happy place for an hour. I started the stream with saying that it's not really a good day for me, and this was fun. So thanks for asking the questions. Thanks for calling some of my solutions overdone logging, cotton. I really appreciate it, and yeah, it's a work in progress, but we're making progress, so it's really cool. I'm really happy with the Alpha 4 release. That's really cool, and yeah, we're slowly but surely getting somewhere. So yeah, thanks for being here, folks, and I will see you in the next time, right? Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here. Okay, bye bye.